going on, guys? It's RPG Zeke here coming at you with another video. We have an unboxing video and it has been too long. We're going to be doing this by essentially every starter deck getting its own video. So we got ST01 here for the Gundam trading card game. This one's called Heroic Beginnings. I am very excited to open this. If you notice, we have two different versions of the starter deck just to kind of look into it real fast. Basic starter deck just comes with your cards, your tokens, your everything you need to get started, including a tutorial / grid paper display thing you can put out and start playing with some buddies. Starter deck, Heroic Beginnings Assemble set. This comes with, if you didn't notice, the model kits. They are not painted on the back of the box. I'm going to show you that really quick. It does show that the model kits do come on rails, so you'll have to clip the things out, assemble them yourself, and they do start off as this putty gray looking substance. And then you essentially would paint, detail them however you would like, and you'd be able to display those to friends, have fun with them, maybe put them on your cards like the box is trying to get you to do, but hey, you know, to each their own. So we're actually going to start with just the starter deck to begin, and then we're going to do the assemble in the same video. For some context on the starter decks. The starter decks do have what's called God packs. So there is a chance, as soon as we open this box, every single card could potentially be hollow or have texture, or essentially both of those things. It's gonna be hollow and textured, excuse me. Let's look at the contents of the box. Let me flip this over for you. We also redid the setup a little bit. Let's go. So you get a bonus pack in here, which we'll open as well once we get there. We'll save that to the end of the video. You got your 14 commons, 2 legendary rares, 50 card deck. Ooh, don't focus on me. Resource cards, paper damage counter, 8 token cards, 1 bonus pack, 1 rule sheet and playset. Maybe next time I should just start with reading the back of the box because that makes the most sense, and maybe I should move this over so it's actually in the camera. We're out of practice. I'll get faster at this and it'll be a lot better as we go through it. Let's start cracking into this one and see what we get. I can't tell you guys how long I've waited for this, as is everybody else probably clicking on this video, very excited about it. But before we get into this box, this is a segue to our sponsor. That's right, your boy got a sponsorship. Take it away, sponsorship Zeeg. Hey guys, today's video is brought to you in part by Otaku Nation. Located in Arizona, a store where you can find all sorts of anime apparel, cosplay-related material, stuffed animals, statues, figures, books, videos, model kits, and of course trading card games. Whether it is booster boxes or singles, Otaku Nation has you covered. Otaku Nation has a lot of ways for you to stay up to date on the latest products and releases. From their website, they have events posted, location listed, a gallery so you can see what things are like, new products rolling in, and that are posted on their Instagram so you never miss a product launch. And of course, a direct link can be accessed from their website here to see their assortment of cards from the TCG Player store. So take a moment, check out their website and the link in the video description down below. Now back to the video. All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, huh? We got a local game store sponsorship. That's sick. All right, let's get into it. What do we got? All right, so no God pack on this starter deck. First, I'll be the first one to acknowledge it. We didn't get one. Got our little tutorial book here. That's great. We've already seen that 100 different times in the beta boxes. We've got that promo booster, so we'll save this till the end. We'll open this guy up, and essentially it's going to have 1 in 16 types, as it says here. The thing you're trying to really get from these, outside of like maybe a pilot that you really like from the series or something else, maybe a mobile suit you really enjoyed from one of the animes, or maybe it's a Gunpla kit that you're really having some favoritism towards. Who knows? Could be one of those that are essentially from this same starter deck. So it's not like you're going to randomly pull a Gundam wing from the ST01, which this main focus is on RX-78 and then the aerial Gundam. So let's look at the card, shall we? I'm probably going to cut this in half a little bit because it's kind of thick with all those resources and all the other token things stuffed in the back. So we got our boy. Let's go to the next one. These textures are nice too. So this texture is very reminiscent from the one in the beta box, minus a couple of the changes on the colors and some other things that they used. But this is 2 copies of our RX-78. And yes, as is tradition with most Bandai starter decks, you need about 2 of the same starter deck if you want to change out your ratios. For Gundam Trading Card Game, you can have 4 copies of the same card in your deck. So if you really wanted to rock just RX-78, you would need another starter deck to complete that playset of 4. An aerial, that's what's up. Let's get you a texture hit on this one. Oh, looks so good. I moved the desk around a little bit too, and some of the lighting, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm hoping this looks really good when you guys finally get to watch it. This one was really interesting to me. The stat line on this thing is absolutely absurd. When we did our local game store promotion for the starter decks coming out, I opened up the Gundam Wing starter deck and played with that. This card got dropped on me 3 times by one person in a turn. They're like, yeah, I'm just gonna bring all these out. I'm like, man, that 4/3 stat line is kind of annoying to deal with. I also didn't have the best hand, and they didn't get to pair it and draw the card, not even once, but just knowing that's an option from this on such a beefy stat line is kind of annoying. Gun Cannon, your boy, getting in the dirt. Fun card, fun card. You guys should tell me too, have you guys been enjoying the starter decks, or are you guys having a hard time getting product? I'd love to hear all your woes when it comes to this game, at least for the start of it. See how things kind of pan out for us as we get, hopefully, more product coming in the future. Choose one enemy unit with 2 or less HP rested. Let's go. Yeah, this thing messed me up too. This starter deck went like really hard, and I was like, oh man. They have a base in here too that's just really crazy. I'll show it once we get to it. GM, let's go. Or Jim. Gundam Aerial bit on form. I was not on form in that event. Your boy went 1 and 2, you know? Just didn't have the draw. Didn't bring my grandfather's card deck, so, you know, I had a lot of weak cards in my starter deck, my hand. Blocker, Demi-Trainer. Blockers I didn't really find an issue, but then again, I was rocking the deck that mainly had Breach, and Breach allows you to punch through stuff and just not care and still do damage to shields and bases. But yeah, it was rather interesting. Alright, this unit can't choose the enemy player as it attacks. Okay, sure. Blocker, okay. Moreau. Choose one enemy unit with 5 or less HP and rest it. Let's go. Burst, add this card to hand. Loving the mechanics of it so far. I know we're in, like, you know, post-beta deck, starter deck format. Still simplicity at its finest, but I'm still having a lot of fun with it. I'm just excited to finally start playing in the Discords again, because I took like a hiatus. I'm like, I'll wait till more things come out. I'm glad I did, but this stuff's so cool. Slaughter 2 is actually like really crazy, with just being able to get a resource back and then do something else after with that resource kind of messed me up a little bit. Cardstock on this feels good. I don't like remember my beta cards feeling this good. So I want to say they maybe stepped up quality even more for final product, but man, these feel great. Hayato Kobayashi. Your boy has seen better days. That man has the drip feed going in. Kai's Resolve, Kai Shiden. Choose one enemy, choose one friendly unit, it recovers 3 HP. What? Maybe I never read this one or cared for it, but that seems really good. Alright. That's half of it, and let's get through the other half. And then we'll also get into the tokens and whatnot too on this, and we'll take a look at those. Unforeseen incident. This thing messed up a lot of people too. Being able to just make something really small on an action step for one. I caught a lot of people off guard the other day. We had our event just yesterday, so like I went home, had all my boxes, and I was like, all right, time to do unboxings. I had dinner at like 9 p.m. and I was like, never mind, I'm too tired, I'm not doing that. White base, really, really good base in my opinion. Just being able to deploy tokens for a cost as long as this thing's sitting pretty in your base spot. Very, very good. School of Ass. There we go. That's what's up. Not even gonna try that one. You can correct me in the comments down below, but I really don't want to give that one a try. Okay, so that's it for the starter deck. Those are your cards that you'll be playing in ST01, so that is fun. Next thing from here, though, is just the resources, nothing crazy. From my understanding, starter decks, unlike beta kits, cannot hit hollow resources, so that is not going to happen to you. I am sorry. You get your 1 EX base, 1 EX resource, and then a whole bunch of tokens that are usually associated or can be populated by means of the actual deck itself. So you got your Gundam, token, gun cannon, token, gun tank, token, and then your damage counters. So if you didn't know, things with the Gundam TCG is damage is persistent. So if your gun cannon here got hit for one, or excuse me, gun tank got hit here for 1 damage, he'd be a dead boy. There's nothing to really carry over. But if your gun cannon got hit for 1 damage, this 2 would go to a 1, meaning he could take 1 more damage before he's wiped off the board. So pretty cool. And then they give you these nice little pop outs. I'm going to keep mine in, but you can pop these guys out if you don't have dice or damage counters or other things. If this is your first trading card game and you're not really used to carrying around a big bag of dice, it's totally understandable. All right, so that is the starter deck, the base, and now let's get into the pack. The pack itself. Okay, before I rip this thing in half. This does not, okay. All right, well, you know, there's a little tear spot. I should probably use that. That would be smart, huh? Let's see what we get. Out of all the things in this starter deck, what is the hollow texture that we received? Heyo, we got white base. So as you can see, hollow treatment, textures on the back. Really, really cool. Things in focus have a high gloss. Everything else on the background is textured. Really, really nice. All right, so now let's get into the Assemble. And I haven't cracked one of these yet, so this is going to be my first time looking at any Assemble open. So I'm rather excited about that. Let me scoot these guys to the side. I'll box those up again later. Oh, well, this is taking time out of the video, huh? All right, let's move these guys over. All right, here we go. Assemble time, baby. What do we got? Let's go top down for you. Oh, the buttons. They're still working. A little dusty, but they still work. Where's the tape on this bad boy? From my understanding, it's like taped all across the side. Yeah. So tape all the way across this bad boy. I saw people trying to get into their box at the event when they bought the Assemble to play with. And it looked like it was very difficult. And they had to get like box cutter or a knife or something. But that was one thing that stuck out. All right, let's see what we get in here. This guy over. Comes in a plastic tray just like the other ones. And once again, no God Pack because we didn't get any crazy thing on the top. You would notice right away from the top card being different. And then everything else after that would also follow. Wow, they gave you a lot of stuff in this one. All right, box is now empty. But that is cool. So kind of what I was saying before, these Assemble kits come with these little models. They do come on runners. So you would open these up and clip these guys out and assemble them. You should not need an adhesive. It should just be clip them out, snap them together, and then you could obviously keep them separated till you finish your paints or whatever you wanted to do to make them pretty. But there you go. And I can flip it to this, you can kind of see. If you're used to Gunpla kits or Gundam model kits at all, this is very reminiscent of how they're assembled in here. So it would just be same means of getting them out. Usually you get these little clippers called nippers. Nip them out, assemble, and you're good to go. All right, let's look at starter deck contents once again. I know normally it's like, why are you going to do the starter deck contents again? We just saw it. You know, we got 2 of them here, so we might as well go through it for the Assemble and for the normal. And plus, it's more camera time. So if you want to pause on anything specifically, you can. Giving you 2 opportunities here. This time I'll try to palm the whole thing, and we'll see how that goes, but who knows. These textures are really good. Let's split this in half again. And then we do have our booster there that we'll open and see what we get. Really, really nice. Oh, my thumb's in the way. Silly me. I'm a little out of practice, a little out of form. So I have 2 starter decks, so if I really wanted to, I could highly change the ratios and just pull out all the stuff that I would consider mid or not as good. And that is an option that I may or may not do, but that's pretty cool nonetheless. Gun cannon and this. I'm actually in a weird spot where I'm like, I might just play like bare starter decks for like, we got like 2 weeks till the booster boxes come out. And then after that, you know, it's whatever. So I'm like, do I really want to change ratios for starter deck format? I might dabble with one, but probably not on all of these. Cool part about this one is my whole family is going to be playing this one, because if you didn't know, Gundam trading card game can go up to 4 players. Kind of play it like Magic the Gathering's Commander style format in such a way that's pretty unique. Because I don't think we've ever had a mecha game, a mecha TCG, where it's like, oh, 4 players deep. You're like, okay, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, so it'll be my partner, my kids. I'll be playing this. Probably just keep them in normal starter deck until kids kind of get used to rotations and how things work and strategy. But I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good family event. Amuro. Another Amuro, you don't say. 4 copies. It's like he goes together with so many things in the deck, and he does. Same with Soletta, all this other stuff. Wonderful, wonderful. Thoroughly damaged. Tell me about it, dude. Tell me about it. Kai's Resolve. Good on you, Kai. Don't give up, dude. Unforeseen Incident. White base. And again, this is the thing that's mainly pumping out those tokens that you are given in this starter deck. That is the thing that is doing it. Wonderful. Oh, School of Technology. Whatever, whatever. Resources. Tokens. And I think what I'm going to do is I might not do it yet, but I do have an itch to maybe just do videos where we put together the Assemble kits on video. And like it would be a time lapse maybe, or maybe I'll talk over it and we'll kind of hang out and I'll do that as a video. I haven't done anything like that on the channel, and that's a little outside of the TCG window, but since it's included with the Gundam Assemble kit, maybe that is something we'll do. And I'll toss around the idea and I'll think about it a little bit more. I know I was talking about deck profiles and all this other stuff that is coming. Those videos are almost done, but I wanted to get these out first and foremost since obviously it's Gundam release weekend. All right, what did we get? It's your boy, Gun Cannon. All right, so nothing crazy on the pulls, but still really fun. So we got a Gun Cannon, excuse me. Texture hollow. If you notice, texture on the rocks. A little bit gritty. Not exactly a specific pattern. And then on the back here, just high gloss. A little bit of a wavy line going on. Some different textures in the explosions coming out of literally the Gun Cannon shoulders. That is cool. All right, guys, that wraps it up for ST01 starter deck as well as the Assemble starter deck. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.